Welcome to this episode of Sports Science. Today we will be delving into anterior cruciate and posterior cruciate ligament tears.
Every day we conduct activities that put stress on our knees.
These activities include running, jumping, and even walking.
These stressors are within normal limits for our knees and our ligaments, including the ACL and the PCL.
However, some stressors that may occur during sports, especially soccer, are not within the normal limits.
This was the case for one soccer player by the name of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. As one of the top strikers in the world, known for his strength, aerial ability, and fiery personality, Zlatan Ibrahimovic has made a name for himself in the world of soccer.
However, like most soccer players, his ability to shoot and play soccer puts a lot of pressure on his knees. This was especially clear last April when Ibrahimovic suffered both an ACL and PCL tear, a double knee injury after an aerial gone wrong. As we can see, Ibrahimovic went up for an aerial challenge but landed awkwardly on his leg, which caused a tear in his ACL and PCL. This landing put a lot of pressure on the knee, especially since Ibrahimovic put his entire weight on the leg, causing more strain than his ACL and PCL could handle. Now, let's look into the science behind what actually happened.
We will now be looking at the amount of force coming down onto Zlatan Ibrahimovic's leg during his aerial gone wrong. So, force can be calculated using the equation weight is equal to mass times gravity, in which gravity is equal to 9.8 meters per second squared, and mass is equal to his weight, which is 183 pounds, converted into kilograms, which is, as you can see here, 83 kilograms. So, using these two values, the amount of force can be calculated by multiplying 83 kilograms by 9.8 meters per second squared, which gives us 813.4 newtons. Now, the amount of normal force felt through daily activities is approximately 454 newtons. However, the force brought down onto his knee at this point was much greater than this normal force, which was the cause of his knee cruciate ligaments reacting the way they did.
Hi, Dr. Paul Kim. Could you just briefly describe anterior cruciate and posterior cruciate ligament tears?
Okay, a lot of times you could injure those ligaments when you're on a sports accident.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, you could sometimes you have a rotating injury, so that so the cruciate ligaments get stretched because of a rotation of the knee,
Mm-hmm.
and then that could tear.
What are some common treatment options for ACL and PCL tears? What are some common treatment options for ACL and PCL tears?
Actually, what happens is if you tear anterior cruciate and posterior cruciate ligaments, the knee cannot stabilize itself.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do not surgically correct those ligaments, you would move on each other, which means that it would wear out the knees. So the cartilages would wear out, and you would have very severe osteoarthritis in an early age. So it's very important that you correct those tears. The main treatment is basically fixing it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you could take part of your patella tendon
Mm-hmm.
to reconstruct the anterior cruciate ligament.
That's it for today's episode of Sports Science.
Yeah.